Hey, everybody. Jennifer Bullock with Remax Executive in Wilmington, North Carolina, here with our big LLC, big corporate president, Amy.
Hello, it's nice to see everybody. And Jennifer, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, well, you actually had me here.
I know you're here for our big Recruiting 101 week.
Yes,
And it's an incredible week where we just do an immersive deep dive
that's right.
with our brokers on best practices to support and lead agents to high productivity. So it's an awesome week. We're getting ready to go to Dave's house here in a little bit, Dave Lessinger himself.
And
Won't that be
super,
exciting?
yes, super
Yeah,
excited.
can't
I
wait.
heard it is quite the experience. I'm
It
looking forward to
is,
that.
it is. And it's so wonderful that he and Gail open up their home to us, but they love doing it. So it's
That's
great.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fun.
excited.
I know, we're gonna have a good time.
So, I want to know a little bit about your journey. So,
Sure.
I do know that you started as an agent,
I did.
then you became broker in charge,
Yes.
then you became owner,
Yes.
and now you're president of the whole franchise.
It's been quite a journey. It's been almost a 30-year journey.
Wow.
I started right out of college in real estate and joined Remax about 18 months in the business. And from there, I was an agent. I went on to become a team leader and then a broker owner for 15 years and sold the brokerage about 4 years ago, had the opportunity to come to amazing headquarters. And my goodness, if I did not love this company before, I love it even more now.
Yeah.
Because I'm able to utilize all of that experience to truly positively impact the network. And all the decisions that we make here at headquarters are for our agents, buyers, sellers, our brokers, team leaders, recruiters, managers. And so I really do have that lens, and I feel really fortunate that I'm able to share that experience.
Yeah, and I'm excited to have you say thank you.
Oh yeah,
And
thank
we
you
were
so much. It's
talking
going to be
about
great.
earlier about how you just help agents level them up to the next level, and I think that that's phenomenal.
That was one thing I was always really, really driven to do was help agents, help them succeed at levels they never thought possible.
Right.
And I mean, the name of the game in real estate truly is, for an agent, how do I find more buyers and sellers to serve, which really translates into how do I have a productive business and how do I make sure that I'm selling more houses and serving more buyers and sellers. That's really, really what I was driven to do. And, it's one of the lenses that we look through here is, does it help an agent be better at the business, so be more professional? Does it help them be more productive, ultimately
Mhm.
serve more buyers and sellers and help them, sell more homes, which ultimately leads to helping them become more profitable ultimately when they're running a great business. That's the lens that we look through in everything that we try to put forward for, our agents out there.
Yeah. Well, you've done a good job. Now you're just doing it at a bigger level.
At a bigger level.
Yeah, that's
Like
awesome.
for brokers, it's how do I, what can we provide to help them recruit an agent that they
Mhm.
want, retain an agent that they have, and then ultimately help their agents sell another house,
I
help
love
them be more productive.
it.
So there's just a couple of simple lenses that we look through, but really at the end of the day, if you really simplify things, that's what matters most
Yeah.
to agents and brokers alike.
So that leads me to the next question. That was a good little liaison. So thank you.
Sure.
But what are some things that you would advise agents
Mhm.
to do in this changing market
Sure.
to be really successful for 25?
Yeah, I think, there's been so many changes in the industry and there's been a lot of noise in the space. I think everybody can agree on that. And really, for agents who are looking to succeed no matter the market conditions, you need to level up your skill set and make sure that you are a 10 out of 10. Make sure that you can absolutely articulate your value to both buyers and sellers. For sellers, why would they want to compensate, an agent on the other side? Are there distinct advantages that offers? And are there any things that a seller might want to consider where they may not want to do that? Fundamentally, it's navigating that conversation because admittedly, Jennifer, people are confused out in the space.
Yeah.
Consumers are confused. And I think that's an opportunity for skilled agents to truly lead through these conversations. And so that's one of the biggest pieces of advice that I'm giving agents out there is to make sure that their skill set is a 10 out of 10
Wow.
and that
And to
they
be able to articulate that.
correct in a succinct, meaningful way
Hmm.
so that, a buyer immediately gets it
That's right.
and a seller immediately gets it. This morning I told a story to our group about the fact that I was, young in my career, early on in my career. I was only in the business probably about two years. And I just was not converting very many listing appointments. And I came back to my Remax office that was full of seasoned
Mhm.
agents. And I said, obviously I'm not doing very well.
And I thought it
Um,
was really funny, the response.
yeah, I said, the agent said, well, clearly not, given your conversion rate, it's not very great. And so, with the humility in place for sure, those seasoned agents took me under their wing and they truly walked me through and helped me get my own value prop, helped me articulate the value of why would they want to list with me? What did I bring to the table? And my conversion rate changed from, literally like a 10 to 20%. I hate to admit that here, but hey, it's how you learn. And then it moved on to about a 90% rate.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
that is why honing your craft in this
Yeah.
business is so instrumental in really serving buyers and sellers at an extraordinary way.
Well, that's awesome, and I would 100% agree.
Yeah.
And then Remax offers a lot. They
Hmm.
offer, I mean, there's a million different platforms that they offer.
Sure.
What is the one thing that you're finding that is offered that agents underutilize?
I think one of the things that we talked about a little bit this morning, so it's perfect timing for this conversation, is, really leaning into technology, and I'm going to say it, AI. AI is here to stay, without a doubt. And, while I do not believe that AI or technology is going to replace
Mhm.
agents who don't use the functionality may be replaced by agents who do. And so I think really, really diving in and understanding what this means to your business and leveraging what we already provide you. And lots of our tools that we provide on the Bold Trail Max Tech platform already utilizes AI and other automated
Mhm.
features, because what we know is that consumer demand is shifting. They want a little bit of a different experience, particularly when you talk about the fact that $80 trillion in wealth is getting ready to transfer to the next generations. And so we've got a potential population over the next 20 years of 74 million buyers.
Wow.
Huge demand, but they're a lot younger than the average agent.
Mhm.
Average agent is 57. And so now you're going to have this whole other generation who, admittedly, they want to actually transact on their phones. And so are we totally up to scale, up to the task
Yeah.
of making sure that we give them the experience that they want, not what's most comfortable
Yeah,
for us?
that's right.
And so I think when I say underutilized, we have a lot of agents in our network who definitely use our technology, but leveraging some of the nuances, particularly leveraging the AI and the automated features that help them do more in less time, but also create that great customer experience. Those are some of the things that I think are critically important for agents to lean into, particularly as we evolve and the industry changes.
And I think that's important to say because I do think agents get a little bit scared of being taken over, but you do need agents. But AI is just
Correct.
there to elevate.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick little story about that. Admittedly, I've been in the business almost 30 years. Thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions, from my brokerage to, the team and my individual production, right? Admittedly, could I have represented myself?
Mhm.
Of course I could have. But I relocated to Denver a number of years ago. And the first thing I did was hire a Remax agent. Why?
Mm,
It's because of their local knowledge.
that's right.
My agent advised me, she said, you need a roof inspection. And I thought, why? I came from Nevada. Not much
Yeah.
rain, right? And she said, you need something in your file showing that the roof was in good condition because we have really bad hailstorms here.
Mm,
And the insurance company might deny the claim if you can't prove that your roof was in good condition prior to you buying it.
mm.
So we had the roof inspection. What happened that next summer?
It helped.
Hailstorm, needed a new roof. Just that one piece.
Saved
My
you.
agent
Yeah.
saved me because of her local expertise and her local knowledge. And that's just one thing that she did. You all know out there that the negotiations last from the onset to the closing. It's not just the purchase price that's negotiated, it's all the little negotiations that happen along the way. And that is the value of a local agent who understands local rules,
That's right.
things that happen in the market that might be different and might change. That's the value
That's
of an agent, of what they truly bring. And I think that that's something that I think AI can't really replace and
mhm,
technology really can't replace.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, what is a change or some sort of a positive? What am I trying to say? That Remax is offering for 2025.
I think a multitude of things. We've just expanded our, Max Tech Bold Trail platform so that the front
Improvements, that's what I was
side,
looking for.
yeah, for the front side is actually connected to the back side,
Mhm.
which means, an agent's CRM or their website or their marketing functionality or transaction management platform is actually connected to the broker's back end office solutions. No other company fully has that seamless integration. And we think that's incredibly important to magnify our efforts to support our brokers and our agents in a cohesive way. So I think that's one piece. The other piece is, we're doubling down on the customer experience. Truly as agents, I just told you how consumers are wanting to transact down the road. So we're moving forward with a company called Qualtrics, and we're going to start to listen to multiple channels. And that is, our buyers and sellers, how'd they feel about their experience with their agent?
Mm.
Our agents, how do they feel about their experience with the broker? And then, of course, our brokers, how do they feel about their experience with us? All of that is going to help us to become, more nimble, more quick, understand what's most appreciated and magnify and give them more of that. What may be opportunities we have to improve results so that we can continue to support and create those dramatic customer experiences so that they will come back again and again.
Wow. I love it. So with all the changes that is happening,
Mhm.
all your training and just the hundreds of thousands of agents that you're elevating, how do you have time for you?
Well, I ride horses.
Yeah, I
So
heard
we have a
that.
mutual friend, Nimesh Patel. Hi, Nimesh. Yes, I ride horses, and I know Nimesh mentioned this to
Yeah,
you.
he called me right before. He's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I was like, "Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna throw up." And he's like, "Talk to her about riding horses."
Yes, I do that every chance that I get. It's been a part of my life since I was little.
Yeah.
And so I try to ride. I love to travel. I like to cook. And I love our network. Honestly, I say sometimes when I'm here at headquarters too long, I'm like, I got to go see some agents and some brokers. I got to go talk to them because, I just love our network and I want to be deeply connected to them. And so,
Well, and you
every
are.
chance I get to talk with them, I love to do it.
Yeah, and you showed up today here, but
Oh,
also at we
happy
have a little
to.
small group downstairs here,
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm
It's one
very
of my
approachable.
favorite things. I appreciate that so much.
What's important, and it's important. Just like the fact that you took time for me
Oh
today,
my
so thank
gosh,
you.
I'm happy to do it.
Yes.
Always. Yes.
So in conclusion,
In conclusion, okay.
I mean, and do you have something else you want to say?
No, go ahead.
What? Um, well, just I don't even know how to conclude. All of a sudden, I was in conclusion, and my mind went blank. So
No
I'm sorry
problem.
about that.
All good.
But so wrapping up
Mhm.
to finish out fourth quarter strong,
Mhm.
doubling down into client care.
Yes.
What else?
Outreach. It's a contact sport. And I think sometimes we hide between the automated marketing campaigns, social media, and frankly, texting. I gotta say, this is a little bit old school, and I know that the next generation would prefer you maybe don't call and you text, but lots of others, just that phone call, even if it's a voicemail, just saying, "Hey, I'm checking in on you. The market's changing. We haven't talked in a couple of years. Are you curious what your home is worth? Hey, we talked about you buying, and then you decided maybe to wait. Well, things have changed in the market. Would you like to know a little bit more about that?" And so that outreach is so important. And, making sure that you're staying on top of that as an agent, because I believe that Q4 is going to feel a lot better than it's felt in a long time, which is great news because interest rates are declining and inventory is rising. Buyers are going to have more choice than they've had in over a decade, and they're going to have more favorable rates than they've had in the recent years. And so that is a great, healthy climate for everyone to kind of unfreeze the market if it's been frozen in their area. But it was going to require education and outreach and making sure that the people in your database actually know what's happening in the market. They may or may not pay attention to the news, so they might not know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I
So
think
pull
that
them off the fence.
pick up your phone. You
That's
don't have
right.
to complicate it. Call your database.
That's right.
I love
That's
it.
right. You're
Well,
there to serve.
that's right.
And really, you're not there to sell. You're there to serve.
It's about them
That's right.
and
Absolutely.
making sure that you're focusing back to client care, right?
Yep.
Focusing on
That's
the
right.
consumer.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Amy. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jennifer. This was super fun. And for our
Yes.
audience tuning in, I'm glad you did. And it's always good to talk with everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Can I
Yeah,
give you a hug?
thanks. Of course you can.
Thank
Thank
Awesome.
you.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, it was. It was great. Thanks, everybody.